Hi, welcome back to the channel. This time I'm on Royal Caribbean's Navigator of the Sea. So the real question is, can you earn a free cruise by gambling in Royal Caribbean's casino? That's exactly what I set out to find out during my recent cruise on Navigator of the Sea. I tracked every dollar, every point, every hour played, and every slot machine I tried. The result? Well, let's just say luck was not on my side. I spent nearly $500 in the casino. I played for over 10 hours and still came up short of the 600 points I needed for a comp cruise. But here's the surprising part. I'm still receiving free cruise offers from Royal Caribbean, probably from the previous cruises I did, but I'm still receiving free cruise offers. So let's break down exactly what happened. For those unfamiliar with Royal Caribbean's Casino Royale program, slot players generally earn 1 point for every $5 cycled through the slot machine. If you're playing video poker, it's 1 point for every $15 cycled through the slot machine. So that doesn't mean that you need to spend $3,000 in order to get a free cruise. But it does mean that you need to cycle through $3,000 in order to get the free cruise. The magic number on most sailings is 400 points. That will qualify you for onboard casino credit. 600 points is where it gets more interesting, because this qualifies you for an instant certificate or a comp cruise offer. Sometimes it's for one, and sometimes it's for two. So my goal was to get to 600 points. Unfortunately, the slot machines had other plans. My budget is $100 per day. But on day one, I started off with $200 because I knew that it went to day 6, and day 7 really isn't a gambling day unless you got just a few more points that you need to get, and then you can go and do that and go see the hostess or the host, and they will print you a new certificate. But the cutoff is really day 6, unless you want to go in and do a little bit extra on day 7 to get that instant certificate. So I started off really optimistic. I put $200 in the casino, and I played for about 2.5 hours. So by the end of the day, I had only earned 61 points. So that means that $200 I put in resulted in cycling only $305 cycled through the machine. That's not really good. That's only about 1.5 times my bankroll played. The machines I tried included Big Foo Cash Bat, Rake and Bacon, Queenie, Quick Hits Riches. Big Foo Cash Bat was brutal. Never played that one again for the whole entire trip. Rake and Bacon. That one's not bad. It gave me some line hits, but the pigs never popped. They got really big, but they didn't pop for me. When I came back the next day, I seen that they had popped for someone else, so that's good for them. Queenie teased me with bonuses that didn't pay much. And Quick Hits Riches was probably the best of the bunch, but still not enough to keep the bankroll alive. At the end of day 1, I was already feeling the sting. So let's talk about day 2. I added $100. So I had $100.30 in order to start the day. This turned out to be my best casino day. I played for another 2.5 hours and earned 109 points, bringing my total points to 170, which means that I cycled through $545 through the machine, which wasn't as bad. That was pretty good, actually. And at the end of the session, I still had $80.87 left. The games I played today included Fortune Frenzy, Dreamy Genie, Piggy Pennies, Quick Hits. Fortune Frenzy was slow. Quite often this is a really good game to play, but not on this day. Dreamy Genie gave me a couple of bonuses, but nothing to really keep going on. Piggy Pennies wasn't very generous, but Quick Hits once again helped keep me alive. I had some really good hits, and then I kept having another one after another one, which helped me to do better on this day. Day 3, I had a starting bankroll of $80.87. This was the day everything stopped working. I played Quick Hits Riches again, Piggy Pennies, Queenie. Nothing wanted to hit. After about an hour of play, I ended up with only 17 points, which meant that I was basically the number of points I had was the amount of money I put through. So the total points now stood at 187. And this is at the point where I started to realize 600 points might be unrealistic on this trip. Day 4, I added another 100. I decided to keep on trying. After adding the 100, I played for about 2 hours. I earned 48 additional points, bringing my total to 235. This day, I mixed up some video poker in there because, when you're not doing well, video poker quite often will help to extend your time as well as make you feel a little better because the odds of winning are a little better on that. I also tried Legendary Lion, Riches Tycoon, Three Doves, which was an interesting game, Coin Trio, and Captain Riches. Riches Tycoon, the train game, was actually one of the more entertaining games. And Three Doves, well, honestly, I never did figure that one out. So on day 5, I had to add another 100. So I started off with 103 in the bankroll and played for 2 hours. I earned 50 points, bringing my total to 285. I spent some more time on video poker, but nothing really caught fire. At this point, I was grinding for points rather than having winning sessions. So day 6 comes along, and I added another $200. This was decision day. I added the $200 in hope for a miracle. After 2.5 hours, I earned 33 points. I reached my total of 318 points, and then finally something happened. I played in here. I had started and I played quite a bit of video poker. So it takes a while to get your points when you're playing video poker, but it does keep you playing for longer. So after I played that for a while, I went and I finally hit a decent jackpot on JB. It's kind of a cowboy game, and I won enough to pull out my last $200 buy-in back out. At this point, I looked at my point total, and I realized there was no realistic path to 600 points. Even at 400 points, which would have earned me $100 onboard credit in the casino, that was becoming unlikely. Although, to be honest with you, I never really thought about the 400 points. It was something that probably I should have, because at 400 points, even if I had not already been receiving offers before, I would have started to receive offers at 400 points. So I did something many struggling gamblers do. I quit. Should have probably went to the 400 points, but figured, I'm down this much and I'm not getting my points. I'm really struggling this trip with the casino. So you might as well not throw good money after that, right? So what are my final numbers? Let's take a look at the final result. The total money cycled through the casino was $499. For the points earned, I earned 318 points. So I roughly played for 10, 11 hours. The big surprise, only 318 points after nearly $499 spent. It's a very low point compared to some of my previous cruises. Usually you should, if you're putting in $500, you should get at least 500 points. If you're low on that, then you're not cycling through and your luck has really, really abandoned you on that cruise. So why am I still getting free offers? Well, the interesting part. Fortunately, on my previous to this cruise, I had 1,200 points, and the cruise previous to that, where I first started my Royal Caribbean journey, was at 400 points. So I'm still getting offers with regards to that. Are they great offers? They're not horrible, but they're not wonderful either. So even though I didn't hit 400 points, which I probably should have played to, and even though I didn't hit the 600 points, and the trip was not wonderful from the casino point of view, I'm still receiving comped offers. Why? Because Royal Caribbean doesn't base offers solely on one cruise sailing. They look at your historical play, the previous cruises, and the average theoretical loss, past casino activity. So don't assume one bad cruise means your offers disappear. So what did I learn? First, never chase points. Second, well, it's gambling. Of course, luck matters. Third, set a budget before you walk into the casino. And fourth, don't assume you're going to automatically earn a free cruise. Some sailings are just tougher than others. Sometimes luck feels like it completely abandoning you. Because you know the casino always has the edge. The goal should be entertainment first and reward second. Have you ever earned a free cruise through Royal Caribbean's casino program? How many points did it take? I know after 400 you can start getting free offers. But how did you do? And what's your favorite slot machines on board? Leave a comment below. And if you enjoy cruise casinos, ship tours, casino offers, and cruise tips, be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next cruise adventure. And always remember, if not now, when?